Hi there. Well, as you can see, I haven't moved very far. This is an additional video, which is an overview of Unit 1. And I'm going to make a unit video that talks about the activities that are coming up. Hopefully we can establish a theme, a basic topic that we'll be going through in the 3 weeks of a given unit. The main thing is that if I say anything that is confusing to you or a surprise to you, please get in touch with me. So this first unit, it's based on a certain kind of writing, and this will be the model for all of our subsequent units. This first unit is a storytelling unit. We're going to be writing descriptive and narrative writing together, and that's what you do when you tell a story. All of us have stories to tell, and I'm really looking forward to hearing yours. This is a good time for me to introduce kind of an overarching idea that is my idea. I like to be creative, even when someone else gives me a course to teach, and I have university rules. I like to have my own guidelines. And for the 5 units that we have, I thought about what else has 5 members, and our hand has 5 fingers, right? So we have 5 fingers. We also have 5 senses, and those 5 senses are what I'm going to be kind of talking about and using as a structure for our teaching. But I'm not going to use the traditional senses of sight and smell and taste. Each unit is based on one of these senses, and it ties together with the writing assignment for that unit. The first unit is called the sense of place. All of us have a place that we think of when we hear the word home. We also have a sense of place even when we're away from home. We try and make ourselves comfortable. We examine our surroundings. We make friends and build relationships. That is a sense of place. And that is a part of the storytelling that we're going to be doing in this first unit. The second sense is a sense of self. You know, it's great to have a sense of place, but you also need a sense of who you are individually when you close your eyes, when you look inside. So that's the second sense, a sense of self. The third sense is a sense of purpose. During that unit, we're going to be reading some literature and responding to it, and we're going to look at other people's purpose for writing. Then we have a sense of humor. Thank God for our sense of humor. You know, my dad always said we knew God had a sense of humor because of our children. That's a great compliment, huh? But I think that that is really true as I've watched my own children grow. I mean, how many moments of just incredible laughter we rehearse as the years go on. Now it's fun for me to share that with my kids who are, you know, college age or beyond. So the sense of humor is extremely important. That doesn't mean we're going to be writing humorous writing, but we're going to need a sense of humor to get through our last writing assignment, which is that research paper. And hopefully you'll have some delightful moments too. The fifth sense is the sense of direction. And you need to have a sense of direction to get to the finish line. And that's what our ultimate goal is. Now, I want to talk about this unit and how it's laid out. You should realize that there is a live session during the first week of every unit on Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m. I realize that may not always be convenient for you. It's not always convenient for me either, but it's a commitment that we're going to make. I have explained in the syllabus what needs to happen. If for some reason an emergency comes up, I do need you to commit to doing something related to the class. And so I'm going to record our class sessions. You don't need to worry about having to get notes from somebody, but you do need to watch that session yourself. So that will happen the first Thursday of every unit. And that's the only live session that we'll have within those 3 weeks of a unit. During a unit, you also have 2 usage lessons and quizzes to complete, and you have 2 discussion board postings to take care of. But from the very beginning of the unit, you should be reading. Make sure that you read all of the selections that are listed for you. There's several chapters, often from the SMG, the St. Martin's Guide to Writing. Please read those. Read them carefully. That is your teaching. In an online course, in some ways you rely on the textbook much more. You want to model your writing and your development based on what you see there. So we have those sessions, those lessons in the textbook, and we sometimes have additional readings. I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum. I want you to get started with your writing. You should be drafting from the first week forward. Please do not wait until the 3rd week to start creating your writing. It's something that needs to evolve. And you must visit the OWL. I think of the Tootsie Pop commercial, if you've ever heard of that. I think it was on Stranger Things, where they referred to it. Somewhere recently, somebody referred to it. It's an owl who has wisdom, and how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Well, ask the OWL. OWL means Online Writing Lab, and it's open to you as distance learners, as online students in WRT 102. So please make use of that. You can also visit the writing studio in person, but you have to make an appointment, and there are instructions for that in the syllabus. In addition, you must submit your writing assignment to the OWL 3 days before its due date. You got to do that. Now, if the OWL is backed up and I get verification that it's backed up and you can't submit on time, I can work with you individually, but the expectation is that you plan ahead and that you get the OWL's feedback. We also will be getting feedback from 1 or 2 peers and from me. So you have a cloud of witnesses helping you develop your writing. So this first unit, it's going to go by quickly, and you've got a lot of things going on, I'm sure, at the beginning of your semester. So please stay on top of everything that's on the Blackboard course page. Click on the left-hand side on Unit 1 or Unit 2, Unit 3, whatever unit you're supposed to do, in this case, Unit 1. And make sure that you watch all of the videos, and some of those are modules that are built into your course, your online course. You need to do everything. Be meticulous. Check off at the top of each course unit page. There is kind of a checklist of all the things that you have to do during that unit. Make sure that you watch all the videos. I'm going to expect that you watch the lessons and then respond to them in what we call the Tranquility-based block. Now, the lessons themselves, I refer to them as escape clause videos or lessons. Escape clause lessons are all of the modules and videos that I create to help you learn how to write a writing assignment. So please make sure you've done all the escape clause lessons, and then you land in the Tranquility-based blog and you debrief. You explain what you understand about those concepts, and I will tell you more in our live sessions. Make sure you read the syllabus to know the expectations. So the main thing is to get started right from day one. I know it's very tempting to wait, but please do, and I will be with you every step of the way, and I will respond within 24 hours to your emails. So please reach out to me if you have questions. Don't forget, live session, first week of the unit, this week, Thursday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Thanks for watching. God bless your unit.